Hi folks, and welcome to Trainsareus. How are we? Right, we are in Train Sim Classic, and we are just about to start a journey in a British Rail Class 421. Now, these were built British Rail's Hollygate Road carriage works between 1964 and 1972. So, yeah, bit of a vintage train called the Slammers because of their doors. And they was replaced with later models in the early 2000s. They started phasing them out. Anyway, so what's on the screen now is what we've got to do. And of course, we've got to blow our whistle at certain spot times throughout the scenario. So let's dive in and let's get our train up and running. So we've got to let passengers on. We'll do that now. That's what I'm on about when it says slammers. Is these doors on the train. So let's give it just a couple of seconds just to get our passengers on, as this is the indication. That lets us know. When we're boarding now, this is not like Train Sim World 6. You only have to press the button to load passengers. You have to select which side of the train, whichever side the platform falls on. So basically just more doing driving than having to think, oh, I've got to open the left side because I'm on the left side of the platform, and vice versa, being on the right. Now, this is nothing new, blowing our horn at certain times along the tracks, because we've had it in scenarios in Train Sim World. So I'm just short of 3 miles with a grand speed of 90 miles an hour. Now, I'm not too sure of what the maximum speed is of this train. There we have it. Again, and we've got another one as well coming up here. I always like to see which older trains I have in the simulators. Again, I've never seen one of these trains, but it's always nice to think, this was a kind of train back in that day. And I have the pleasure of sitting there and playing it on a simulator. Right, so I'm going to start to slow down. As it don't take us too long to be pulling into these stations. And the last thing we want to do is be overshooting the platforms. just love the noise as you go over the different rail tracks. And we need to get pretty much to the end of the platform. So here we are. Met the platform. I'll take that for our thumbnail for later. And away we go again. Now the stations, again, like I said, they're very close together. We're stopping at St Mary's Cray, platform 3, and just over 2 miles. Gets its speed up pretty quick. No sooner do we get the speed up, we have to slow down again. I'll just coast into the station and let this train gradually come to a stop. Get all of the train on the platform, which we have done. There we are, all doors and all open. You can tell how kind of old it is. It got no lights. That's the back of the train where you would have like a red light. Seems like a card in the window, but there's no light emitted from it. So I don't know. Is it because of the game if it's dark? Not sure. Anyway, just short of 4 miles away. Still at that lovely speed of 90 miles an hour. If we ever do reach it. But these trains were built in 2 batches and were additionally introduced on services on the Brighton Main Line. Later units were introduced on services to Portsmouth. So there was a fair old few of these running on different routes. And according to what they say, some of these units have been preserved on heritage lines. Now there probably is still a few about across the network. I don't know if I'm on private, historic, heritage lines. I'm up and down with these speeds so I don't lose time. Trying to get as close to that 60 mile an hour without going over. I'm just approaching Bromley south. brakes are pretty rapid. Stopping this train, as you can see. Sort of got rid of 30 mile an hour basically instantly. Just check. Yep, we made the platform. Good. Don't know what that clicking sound is, because that's a bit annoying. But I don't know what it is. I don't know what's causing it. Something in the game, like, you know. Like a ticking of a clock. That's what it sounds like. So we've now got short of 8 mile. We got quite a few slow speeds up ahead. This one dropping down to 40 mile an hour, which we're going to start losing that extra mileage now. Overspeed by a couple of digits, and it will penalise you. It's not as forgiving as chasing weldies. Down to 40 mile an hour again. few to traffic coming from different directions going the other way. It's always nice to do a route and have a bit of traffic. When you don't see another train, it's like, is this realistic enough? But when you have a few trains going in the opposite direction, it's like, yep, I like this. We've just had up 3 in the last couple of seconds. Ooh. And so 40 for a little bit. Eye on our speed as we go downhill. Coming to Denmark. Hill, platform 3. Just could have stopped just a little bit earlier. So we've got the one carriage door not open. Not sure if we get penalised for that, we'll soon find out. Right, next station is our final destination. And it's just short of 4 miles. London, Victoria. Mile an hour through this little section. Red lights. this is why it helps having the warning sounds on. Notifies you when you're going to come up to something like a red light, so an alarm and then a second alarm, you know you've got to slow down. Yeah, because again, possibility the signal is going to be a red, so this is a junction, so you know, priority to the trains coming the opposite direction. And there we go, still pulling away with caution. We've still got just over 3 miles. Signal's green, so I'm okay. I did slow down a little bit because I seen that opposite side red. Yellow for me. This next signal being the yellow. It's the one after it. Now it could be a red. Just gonna slow down till I can see signal. It's yellow. red. So again, if I'd have come down here doing the appropriate speed, I probably would have gone through this red light or red signal. And that would have meant game over. So we'll just wait as before. We're in plenty of time. So our estimated time of arrival is 12:57:42. And the game says it wants me there by 12:57:45. So again, still early. I'll just wait now for this signal to change. We can see a train already in the station. So I'm assuming once that moves, this will change to yellow. And then we can be on our way. Because we've only got a short distance. I think the platform ends here. Not too sure how to contact. Yep, request to pass signal danger denied. Move you just up a little bit. Could do if release the brake. Now we just gotta wait, folks. If we have a look at the station, here we are. No, it's not us. Here we are. Hold on, centre player. Sorry, here's we. So that could be why we are having to wait now. We are having to wait because of this train. So until this moves out, we are going nowhere. This one ain't affecting us. It's this train here. It is no Stowing Classic. You get to hear other trains travelling either side of you audibly, because most of the trains in Trainsim World, you can hear passing trains. The soundproofing is just unbelievable. Again, is that authentic? I don't know. I don't know enough about trains to think, well, in that cab, you ain't going to hear the passing trains. Where in this, you can hear them. I mean, yeah, this is an old-fashioned train in the real world. So, probably ain't built like how they am today. But with classic Trainsim World having few issues certain times with the wrong audio, you don't know what to believe. said I'm hoping that train will move in a minute, because it's going to make me extremely late if it don't move very soon. Got to be there for 57. It's now 53. Come on. Let's have you out of that station. Is that moving? Starting to like pattern on it. I'm not sure that it's moving out of the station. Yep, it's moving. About that. Good day. And there we am. It's made me late. I'm hoping we're going in more. Yep, we got another one. I don't think that was going to change then. I thought, oh, here we go. I'm glad it did though. Now Victoria looks pretty busy today. Then we have it, folks. Safely at London Victoria with not many faults. I think there's one little bit of speeding. I have a couple of digits lost. Again, will that penalise me? We'll find out once we've loaded these passengers up. It says, let's see how we got on. So what did I get? Right, we got penalised there, speeding, so I was on time. Told you it was only a couple of digits. So a 42 in a 40. I don't know what penalties we got there. It's been a little bit late. But I'll have that. Getting some more XP anyway. Till next time. Don't forget, if you like what you see, hit that like and subscribe button. Till next time. Ta-da!